We do have a static on that T side. As for Eternal Fire, well, guess who has the Julies?
Yep, Eximor himself. He absolutely loves it. And, yeah, he once again will be the one to usually do the defense on this side of the map. Both of those guys actually stuck toward the opposite vent position. And look at him, or just diving down the vents in the midst of all the madness with the Julies. And will it work out for a kill? It will as well. Xantares follows him. And I'm sure he would have almost pressed mouse 1 when he saw a player coming down the vent there. But it was just his teammate. Voxic is toward heaven. We'll get a dink to the head, though. Down to 14. Wolfie and Dafu are remaining, looking to try and bring this one back. But for now, it's going to be a 4 versus 2, as I said. And they're just sort of calming down this one now.
Yeah, Eternal Fire know that they don't have to make any further plays. They've got the round completely under control. It's onto a static to try and salvage the situation, but this just feels near impossible. I mean, we need Tom Cruise for this one, because I don't even know how you're supposed to make this work. The bomb firmly in control of Eternal Fire. They've got such a massive advantage in terms of numbers. Woxic, who had no health, actually had no business in winning that fight, and nearly actually did. Lots of damage dealt. Still feels like a mere formality. Someone's going to have to just do something ridiculous. Wait, does Xantares get timed here? Door opens up. Ooh, this could get Dafu an opportunity as he looks to try and step his way forward. Something shocked being this right now. And it will be Wolfie left alone. 20 seconds left. Could they get the bomb and go A?
Oh, he could as well, but he's going to be chased hard. Yeah, I mean, there's no way. The players are going to be coming up the vent. A little peek there from XFloud. That's a very smart way to try and deny it. But he actually gives up his life. Now with 7 seconds to go, Wolfie can get this bomb planted. He, of course, will be rushed down. Now it's a clean 1 versus 1, but Imor's Julie still wins it out once again.
And yeah, they've had it picked for them almost. So the point is that it's a pretty comfortable map for them as well. As you see Max getting aggressive into the smoke, waiting for the flashes to come through. Bird from Sky draws first blood, and that means Max can start to make his way forward. But Eternal Fire, not done just yet, able to get another kill before the smoke blooms. Things not slowing down for anyone or anything. It's the static who have the man advantage, but my god, what an insane round more. He's crept through the smoke in towards Hut.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be necessarily looked for straight away, but the problem is he's only 46 HP, and I don't think he even spotted on that shoulder peak either, but now he will. Yeah, there we go. The spray's going to come in, down to 7 HP. He has to escape up the ladder toward T-Roof, and how consistent he's been and how his performances have been a real breakout from when he was in the Dutch scene. And of course, the first game I get to cast him, it's a full team sort of flop. So
to be super aggressive and hit the A sites in the fashion that they did, knowing you're against SMGs, like, that's risky, but it worked out. Now Woxic has the AWP, they've got rifles across the board, and Eternal Fire are still looking hungry.
Yeah, this is a good start for Eternal Fire on this one. XFloud is in position toward the secret area. Fasher could be creeping in here on 42 HP, and that should be another kill for the anchor himself, Mr. XFloud, who's always been so consistent as of late. It'll boost up toward the rafters as well to get a player up toward heaven for an easy rotation. I think it's still sort of a standoff towards secret right now. In fact, they're boosting 2 players up towards the rafters. Woxic will miss his first shot of the day with the AWP. And that'll be one to warn them away, that's for sure. A creep could come in, but that's a really nice pick from Wolfie. He actually picks underneath the crosshair of XFloud. But he didn't have a chance to react anyway, and they don't expect ramp to be fully taken. Xantares will give his life up to Dafu. And now, this one could be very possible indeed. They have a 4 versus 3, they've recovered it. Imor will check the vents, but he will get legged for his troubles. A nice check, and that's already maybe a call-off.
Yeah, I don't think they can have any crack at this. You want to take these guns into the next round, buy a couple of M4s for the players who have fallen, and then you can still afford to buy. But look at Woxic. Look at this guy. What's going on right now, Woxic? Your teammates, they're towards CT. No, they're coming through. They were saving, and now Woxic's calling it, and he's going to send them back. Okay, that looked pretty outrageous, and Woxic will get a kill for his trouble.
That's the aggression we spoke about. They always want to go for something, but yeah, as you say, if Woxic had a kit, then it's justified. But the fact Imor's legged, probably even then it's not justified. So yeah, it has to be a fallback. Gets that 1 kill, so that's you know, at least something. Sticking around with 1 kill does damage the economy a little bit, so you can understand why he wanted to do that. Fall back, and then all 3 will fall back, as you say, towards CT spawn. ECSTATIC have all the options they could possibly want right now. I mean, again, Fast Day hasn't failed yet for them, so if they go in with flashes, it could be the way to go. We've got 2 players next to Hut, though, and that could be a crossfire and a half. So Antares will have a huge shadow advantage. If Bird from Sky creeps around this corner, that's one of the big shadow advantages on Counter-Strike. I think he's going to be prepared for it, but he'll just walk through the smoke as they push. Could be a good genius play, though. He gets himself 2 on the spray down. It's a really nice play. Immor gets 1 as well, alongside Calyx, and it's now only Bird from Sky. Can't even get a second. It's a bit of a rough spray toward heaven. Damage is done. He's now got no bullets left in the clip, and somehow, don't ask me how, he's avoiding every single bullet. He won't get 1 more kill. Woxic going super aggressive outside toward red. That's something we've seen him do a lot lately, and he'll work out for another quick frag as well, and second close up, looking for more as well. Will he get a quick scope? Oh my goodness, Woxic taking the round into his own hands. That even drops the bomb quite literally at his feet as well. He is taking this round all into himself. Oh, almost a 4. Thankfully for Wolfie, he'll quickly get a quick no-scope in to stop him from doing any more. But XCloud has taken Manx out of the round, so it's all down to Wolfie. That is what we want to see from Woxic. The aggression toward outside looked a bit scary for a second, right? Because there was players pushing him a bit closer than he would have wanted as he missed that opening shot, and they realised he was there. So they tried to push him together. Yeah, it's impossible to do that if you're against Woxic. He is too fast for you. Now it's just down to Wolfie to look for at least some frags on the exit, I guess. There's a player directly above him on solo. Will he look for it? He doesn't. So he only gets the 2. I believe currently the leader in this competition has got 22,000 points, and the second place has got, like, I think 18,000. So still all to play for. Well, they're fast playing toward the A site, though. The nice cinematic view of that seeing Manx already taken down immediately. Of course, they are going for a full buy from ECSTATIC, and they're already going to get punished for it. Because Fasher, even though he gets that kill, is now down to 9 HP. Will surely be stopped, and is. And Immor will just catch Wolfie walking through that smoke as well. 3 versus 2. Dafu and Bird from Sky are both on the A site, but look where the bomb is. It's in Immor's possession.
Hey, also just doing a great job of staying alive for as long as he can. Mikey caught with the nade out. No! Lovely positioning there as he tucks himself around the corner to get his gun out in time. Yes, Bird from Sky will get the trade, but still a big touch ahead of him here in the 1 versus 2 and Woxic. Well, who else but to finish him off?
This time, though, at least, it's just a lot of gun rounds in a row, to be fair, for ECSTATIC. Not any big clutches as of yet, anyway. So that was really the key yesterday, which lagged them behind. And we are finally going back in for a fast day, and it's going to work out. The flashes will be nicely timed again, and this is what's been working for them. Finally, Fasher gets 2 more entries, and it's a second for Manx as well. In a space of a few seconds, it's gone from an even round to a 5v1, and XCloud is once again, of course, he's the guy who has to retake, and he has no chance to. So,
yeah, they turn up the dial, they turn up the heat, and it works out really well. XCloud using the smoke as his cover. Ashes bypassed him, and now he realized. Yeah, very nice.
I mean, the only thing that was a huge issue, really, was just XCloud's timing just being, like, what, 1% off, basically? Like, he just can't get himself behind the B-site silo in time. If he does, that's certainly the round. Look where Antares is here on this one, though. There's a big gap in these outside smoke. He should get himself a second as well. He gets it. Even a switch to the AK to refresh his clip. He will get finally found by Bird from Sky, but Immor spotted him. Has to reload his M4 quickly, though, because he's used all his bullets on that spray. Wolfie down to 5 HP. They have control of the vents, and they have control of the double doors now, but not of any sight yet. And with their health, with XCloud now in a better position, it's going to be pretty hard to stop Eternal Fire getting to 10 on the half.
Yeah, exactly. This has got 10-5 written all over it. XCloud's been spotted by both guys for the gunfight. Not going to be able to, so the numerical advantage continues to persist in the round here for the CT side. Wolfie has to hit the shot immediately onto Woxic, and he does connect.
Okay. This is now very doable. Of course, 5 HP doesn't necessarily matter too much when you're the AWPer. And now they have Calyx and Immor to retake. This is one you most definitely won't be saving on, of course. It is the last round of the half. They both have kits. Maybe a little smoke could come in here from Immor, but that might not protect the bomb as of yet. Manx is elevated as well. He's got a great angle to help his teammate Wolfie, and this should be a crossfire that's too hard to penetrate. Surely Eternal Fire can't get themselves through this one. A nice shot from Wolfie. Now it's all down to Immor. Taps the bomb to try and lure them out, but they do have a molly for it, as you say. That's Wolfie to try and make it happen, and he won't be able to. I honestly thought that was Immor, and I was like, hello? But we're watching Immor. He's live on the server right now. Like, we can see him on the map. Anyway, let's actually get into the pistol. That's most certainly correct. Fasher gets that opener. Dafu gets his kill as well, and now a big rush will come in toward the A site. Really nice adjustment from Wolfie. They get himself a second too, and even a third, but I think the last bullet as well. Good jump spotting there from Bird from Sky. You can see that's the way to check the Aggression towards Secret.
Yeah, using the
play
flame
here as well. Exactly, and they're actually going to jump toward that position, so now he's going to be under some pressure. Both from Sky versus Woxic in this position, but it's just going to force him away a little bit. He'll open the door, but stick around, try and fake it out, and there's the MP9 of Manx. Will take the AK of Woxic out, and it's a free upgrade as well, but they are creeping toward A. That's going to be the play, and Immortal will take down the player on top of Heart. That is Dafu out of the round. Wolfie now looking to try and defend a bit further, but they've got players coming up from the vents. They've got players coming up from everywhere, and it doesn't even matter because Wolfie's going to do it all on his own. Calyx is now last alive. They know where he is. Finally, Wolfie gets taken out of the round, but he's done his job. And Calyx on 36 HP really has no choice but to try and probably save this AK.
And even that's not ideal, right? Because he'll be economically disconnected from the rest of his team at that point. But what a sick round coming through from Wolfie again. From heaven, 3 kills, as was the case in the pistol round. It does look like Calyx is going to be clearing his corners, but Max just clears his brain.
The A site where there's a good chance there'll be multiple, so that could have easily worked out for them. And even if they went down the vent immediately, right? If they just got the bomb down the vent with Xantares, perhaps that could have easily worked out. But yeah, once again, an opening pick will go the way of ECSTATIC. Wolfie will get another one to add to his tally. And it's Calyx out of the round once again. A 3-man setup toward A this time as well. CT vent and 2 on the rafters too. Pretty dirty, and Burvis going to win his duel towards Xantares as well. That's a critical one. 5v3, Woxic down to 53 HP as well. 35 seconds to go. It's not looking good.
Bird from Sky, he's just playing phenomenal angles right now. Great awareness. Emor's lost his life. Xfloud's lost his life. It's only Woxic left remaining this all-important gun round, and he might suffer the same fate as well. I don't even know if he's going to clear the close cubby. His gun barrel might even have been spotted there. And by the way that ECSTATIC are moving around the map, I actually think that they did see him. Woxic, is he a dead man walking right now as well? Initially, wait, what? Looks like he's been able to bypass them for now. He does have the bomb on his back as well, by the way. Yo, Trav, did you hear about that time? Oh, never mind. Okay.
I've just accidentally shut you down.
Yeah, man, I was like, this guy's going B.
That was a bit nervy. Yeah, just a reminder that this is ECSTATIC's pick, so if you're an Eternal Fire fan, I wouldn't panic just yet. You have a good chance of taking the second map, that's for sure. A good defensive ramp from Manx. 2 more as well. That's probably another one that he shouldn't have gotten 2 from. Immor trades it. They do have a way down to the B bomb site, but of course Wolfie is still here and they know it.
Exactly, and he doesn't have any support right now as well. You can see ECSTATIC are making moves. They push through Squeaky Door, they're taking lobby, probably going to go back down the vent. They want to just try and do something here to try and help Wolfie out on this B bomb site. Right now, stuck between a rock and a hard place, swings out, looking for the no-scope with 1 point of health. Surely he can't get a kill, and no. Calyx will put him to death. That means the even numbers game ensues. Bird from Sky trying to take the attention. Nice. He takes bullets as well. This is much better from Eternal Fire. Dafu will fall too. There we go.
It's critical that they keep this one going here. That is, just to confirm, Eternal Fire's first T round of the half. But that's a really nice pick from Woxic. That will take Bird from Sky out of the round. The door peek, of course, on Nuke with the AWP can be so powerful and he'll make it work for him. It's a good trade back from the grenade. But Xantares will stop that aggression. And Immor's waiting for the ramp aggression too. Gets the first. He's expecting a second. But Wolfie will find it. And it keeps them alive in a 2v3.
Yeah, not only that, but Eternal Fire know where both these players are. They know that Dafu was towards this part of the map, and then I know Wolfie was ramped. So surely, you know, that there should be some trigger response. Calyx is looking to take control outside right now as he makes his way towards Mouth, and it looks like he's going to be committing to the push. Wolfie, in the meantime, fortunately, he's missed the timing, but if Eternal Fire take too long here, maybe he can still find the kill. He's looking for Calyx making his way forward, clears out the fence, but Dafu, he somehow wins the fight. What? How on earth has Dafu got a second kill from that position? Xcloud desperately looks for the trade, but Dafu forces enough time for Wolfie to rotate in as well. Sure,
it's 3 Galils and limited util, but it's enough to get themselves down towards Secret and control of glass as well, and control of vents. So the problem is they are taking enough time out of this to actually let the rotations come in, and Bird from Sky will take Woxic already, and there are still 2 players here apart from them to deal with. They haven't even got themselves on toward the site at all yet, despite the secret control.
I know, and they've been blocked in. Bird from Sky smoked them from behind, so they can't even escape. They've got no way to get into the site. Like, dude, ECSTATIC, they're just playing brilliant Counter-Strike right now. This is some seriously high IQ stuff. Manx, he's taking a lot of damage to the catwalk. Needs to use the silos cover. Information's there for Xantares. And in fact, the trades do continue to roll through. So Eternal Fire at least punching away into this bomb site.
And there's a weird lurk going in toward A as well. The play will be coming in eventually, you would expect, toward Ven. That's a really important find from Calix though, and he needs a second, but he can't get it. Bird from Sky gets the trade. 2 versus 2. Dafu taking the duel toward the player on the back of the silo. Immor realizes that he needs to get away from that one, but he'll be pressured up close. Now it's all down to Extra, but he misses the timing. Oh, that's painful for him, and now he knows where both of these 2 players are coming from. Bird from Sky can just shut the door and smoke that position. Both of his smoke will have to come in. He does have a silencer, of course, but he can't do much from this situation. His traces will be spotted as he switches to the AK.
12 of the next 13 rounds.
Absolutely crazy. Xantao is finally taking matters into his own hands. Just jumping right in with the AK, and finally they can get some trades on toward the A site. They have got 2 in response though, which gives Manx and Wolfie a great chance at still taking this round back in their favour, with Xantao of course only on 16 HP. Manx can do some work here from the heaven position, especially clearing out Xantao. It should be an easy clear, even if he falls down, but no, Woxic helps out with it. And that should probably seal an 11th and keep this game alive for a little while longer. Wolfie in toward main, and Xantao knows he's there. This Molotov will burn Xantao out of the round, but Wolfie's getting burnt down as well. So many fire, so many flames. And Eternal Fire living up to their name, that's for sure, in that round. But at the end of the day, it will be an Eternal Fire round. The next round will find Wolfie on the retreat. So
the problem is it just feels like the game is still a bit rough to, expect them to be flawless. They're still working on a few elements. And the mistakes do come through occasionally. And wow, I mean, you can't even complain. Look at this from Bird from Sky. He's pushed up all the way outside. You can't even really, criticize Eternal Fire in that round. Yeah. Exfloud trying to make his way into the site. He just gets caught up by the timing. It's over. It's all on Calix, and as you mentioned, yes, he's been great in this map so far. 20 kills to his name, but oh god, this one's even out of his reach, surely.
Oh, I can't believe it, man. I can't believe that's the way this one could end. And he actually will walk straight into the scope of Wolfie as well. That is the apt way to finish this map. A fantastic game from Wolfie. 3 kills to finish it off. And take their map pick and even up the series. My name is Travis alongside Hayes. Can we see a 3rd map decider?
Good question, Mr. Trav. We're going to be finding out. Eternal Fire definitely going to have to fight harder here on Inferno than they did on Nuke, and they're trying to get the job done towards the B-bomb site on this occasion. Have been able to shift all 5 players of their squad alive into the site, so this is going to be an interesting situation as the bomb plant, well, will eventually come through, but ECSTATIC, they've already rotated a lot of their players across, so the retake definitely on the cards. No kit though.
I haven't gone for a kit on this retake, but will it matter? A very fast opening pick, and going for this 5-3-5 retake is something we see so often on pistol rounds these days. Will it work out for them? Calix gets one in return, but all the kills are coming through. Great double from Xantao though, and that recovers the situation. Oh my goodness! So, in a 5 versus 5, not really much progress made as of yet, but of course, that has forced ECSTATIC back into the site rather than that hold they had, so they could go in toward B here.
Does look like that's going to be the option. Lethal raining in, Fash out first. Oh, he's only going to be good for damage, and Bird from Sky ends up falling as well. And that's going to be the round over. Eternal Fire, although it's a 3 versus 5 with lots of damage done, so maybe there's a chance for the retake to come through. They're lacking a kit.
I got lucky there, but never do maths on stream. Just the facts of life.
This is true.
Absolutely. I mean, we just think about the pros and cons of that save, right? The huge pro is that they get a buy in this round again, of course.
Yeah, sure.
And they're not going to be full eco, but the con is the fact they had 3 kits and a good chance of getting their first round on the board, and it gives up 4. But it might not matter. It looks like it could be the correct decision. Playing the long game is so often the correct decision, and Exfloud is just going to walk into that Molotov. That's going to give a free kill to Bird from Sky, and there are still 2 players here. Basher will deal with Woxic. And again, he'll even get a second as well. Actually make that 3 in total.
Felt like they had to do that, right? They were going to just continue to be tested there until they actually were able to shut it down. Eternal Fire just loved that momentum-based style of Counter-Strike. So ECSTATIC had to put a stop to it, and they do it in a phenomenal fashion. Fasher with 3 frags. Can Calix get anything? I mean, he's going to be peeking into 3 here, so it's more about, like, can he get a kill or 2 before he goes down? This is going to be the one.
They're already fast toward mid, actually, for Eternal Fire on this round. They're taking no hesitation in this one. Great grenade, though, and it actually halts Xantao and Immor's progress so significantly. It might mean it could be a double spray down, but no. Manx does only get the 1. Bird from Sky can activate, though, and Wolfie's still here. Drops the bomb, and that could be a big one. Bird from Sky will even go aggressive, too. Takes Exfloud out of the round. Now it's all down to Calix, really, and he's stuck behind this apartment smoke. Woxic's not really in the action as of yet. It's a very good hold from ECSTATIC, considering they lost mid so quickly. Good double swing as well toward long, means that Fash is guaranteed that trade. It's all Calix, and he'll get stopped by Wolfie in a very weird angle. So And that's such a great call, because Eternal Fire have been interested in B in the last few rounds, right? Whether they've been on pistols or on rifles. This is going to be an absolute bloodbath they're about to walk into. XANTARES does really, really well, actually, to get one kill from that. They'll realise that it could be a play. It is a bit of a fake. Fash is now the only defender toward B, but he does great work in spraying in more down through the smoke. So much damage has been done, and he even gets a third. Make it two, actually, in the end. One was stolen away, but it doesn't matter. So good from Fasher. To the V-word game, Valorant.
Okay, well, good information there, Trav. Thank you.
So I think, anyway, I'm pretty sure. So I'm worried, obviously, about the as you say, I agree with the future about this team. It would be great to see Major just return and see if that sort of, as you say, a rudder could be added to this team. Already a rudder has been added to this round because Immo's got himself a 1-for-1. He's very low. That's a really important pick from XANTARES, but Fasher is still here doing so much damage. Can he fall back? He can. Or, as you say, what a perfect play that is from Fasher. And what I will just point out as well is that Funspark is currently top fragging for ECSTATIC in this map. And he's most certainly not the aim star of this roster. It's the big brain man behind all these smart angles, and he's making it work for him.
And it's the perfect case for the fact that you don't have to be this incredibly mechanically gifted player to perform at the top level. He's brought this team into what's nearly in the top 20 in the world, doing a great job. And, you know, he plays that enforcer role for his team as well. Always looking to have an impact on the CT side, but now it's going to have to be Fasher. Drops the flash to buy some space, but oh my word, this is going to be tough, man. He's been great so far. Just on the jiggle, the information is going to start to come through as the smokes and mollies rain in. Rotations will come through as well. Fasher has a bit of timing, and he does. He connects on the shots, but Calyx back through the smoke dishes out some damage as well.
Yeah, that's important. I mean, like, that's great. The great play to use that smoke to just go for a spray. It does take down Immo, who is only one bullet from death. So it's a really important trade from Calyx. Yeah, it's a really important trade from Calyx to at least get back into this situation. Wolfie is here, and he'll spot the player falling back toward quad. So they have a chance to go for this retake, of course. Plenty of money in the bank. They most certainly will not be saving on this one. Wolfie looking to try and go for this duel. They have some utility as well. In comes the Incendiary. Will it clear out one player? It does. Woxic has to swing. Now it's all Calyx. A lot of damage has been done. He does swing nicely. Takes the initiative to take Max down. And a perfect crosshair placement to take Wolfie as well. Yeah, he knew it was Wolfie as well, so playing a sort of a more aggressive, hard angle probably would have been the way to go, and he was right about that. But goodness me, look at this. Look at this counter in the next round. Immediately. No hesitation, straight down toward the bottom of Banana. Look at Fasher. He's still pushing. Woxic expects it, though. Really important trade back. And now it's time for ECSTATIC to fall back with at least this 3v3, otherwise it would be a turnaround and a half.
You know, that's where the line should have been drawn by Fasher, I think. A little bit over-aggressive. They could have called it. With the 4v3 man advantage in play, didn't have to continue to commit to it. And it's kind of given Eternal Fire away back into the round here. So let's see if they can capitalize on that. Does look like they're going to be shifting in towards A, which is where ECSTATIC have numbers, but they're also making a play. They know they need to get some information.
XANTARES is low HP though, and that's going to be again just a shift into the crosshair, unfortunately. Gives Woxic a second. And what a turnaround this could prove to be. This could be a really big swing round in the context of this first half. Eternal Fire getting back to 6 each after losing 6 in a row would be hugely important for the rest of this half and the end of it. And the end of his map, of course, as well. XANTARES will be chucking all of his util in toward B, and he's on a fact-finding mission. He's low HP. If he can find out that the B bomber site is clear, he'll just call his teammates over here, no doubt about it. But can they escape? They can. Really, really important third from Woxic. That is so critical. And now Wolfie is stuck between two mines. Does he go toward A or does he go toward B? He has no idea what the call is. And he'll just have to stick around toward library and hope for the best. But of course, XANTARES clearing out B will clear that information and make them comfortable on that plant. Really important heads-up play from XANTARES, and Woxic can hit the shots necessary. That's the duo, the dream duo you want to see show up. And it will be 6-all.
Does kind of feel like ECSTATIC cost them themselves in that round, though. As I said, Fasher did a great job with Daffy to find the first 2 picks in the round through the smoke in towards Banana, but then they just carry on committing to the aggression. And it's just too much to try and sustain, really. And well, Wolfie will die here as well. It's a matter of time, really. This is the snapshot.
But can they? That is the real question. Again, aggressive toward Banana. Look how quickly they're going toward this position every single round. It's always Fashion, always Bird from Sky. They seem to be on the same wavelength every single round. But look at the counter utility. They save the Incendiaries this time, and it works out beautifully. Bird from Sky's up to 15 and 7. He owns Banana. Is this the new king of Banana we're currently watching? This guy is nuts at the moment. We'll cover the AWP. We'll possibly look for something. He's possibly ship walking to the angle. Yeah, he's got his knife out. Come on, Immo. Still a double hold. ECSTATIC have been not using this double hold position, 1 up, 1 down, for basically the entire half. It's been 3 times they've used it, and 3 times.
Which means, Trav, if they lose this round, there's no cash in the next. They still continue to try and contest Banana, making their way up very aggressively right now. Imor will be stopped at the fringes by the molly, but that's not going to stop him from finding the frag. Util continues to rein in, and Dafu will get the trade.
God, Imor is quite literally the one man you send in every single round so far. Again, this time he gets an entry. He's having a bit of a rough game overall. You can't hit the entry every single time, but I tell you who's consistent on entries. That is Xantares. He'll pick up the AWP as well and watch toward Arch to cover those rotations, but they must be aware of Manx still in pit. He needs probably 2 kills here. Does Manx. He gets 1, but now Calyx knows where he is, and he will get traded instantly. Really important trade as well, with Xantares being so low, of course. And that 20 HP, he still gets a kill with the AWP. Will jump away, but will get traded. It's now Dafu in a 1 versus 2. Would be a 1 versus 3 in total. He does have a smoke, and he does have a kit, but he has the AWP, and that might be the call. With the money where it is.
Huge kills coming through from him. And he seals the deal with that second kill on the AWP, right? So great stuff. 7-7, Eternal Fire showing some flames here.
I think considering ECSTATIC had that streak of 6 rounds in a row, I think Eternal Fire will be delighted that they've made their way back to 7-7 at least, and have a great chance for their CT half to make this one work. But again, I mean, look at this. This is just how little. Okay, so.
Theme, and whoever won those fights probably would go on to win the half quite comfortably, but as you noted, that hasn't really been the case. Even though ECSTATIC have had all the control over on that part of the map, Eternal Fire have done a really good job in still like salvaging these awkward situations. Probably did help the fact that they were up, what, 4-0 at one stage or something like that. I know it was definitely 3-0 either way. I
think it was 4-0 Eternal Fire, then 6-4 ECSTATIC, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and then we just traded from there. So, you know, both teams probably going to be fairly content. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that it's Eternal Fire's CT side that tends to cost them the most. Calyx get overwhelmed in the clutch.
And we're going to see a fast play in toward B on the pistol round, I believe. Looks like we do have a push coming in. This time the Julies get none. Imor fails with them this time, and it's a great second for Manx. Exfile gets destroyed. Boxing needs a couple here from Banana to at least give himself a chance, but Wolfie just runs him down. Then Towers was also here, but he will get overwhelmed pretty quickly as well. 2v4. And they do not have a defuse kit, so it's not going to be working out for them.
I feel like the meta's shifted in terms of T-side pistol rounds, and I'm kind of just going to speak over this retake because I'm expecting Eternal Fire to get cleaned up as they make their way forward. Just great positions taken up here already by ECSTATIC. No kits either. And how often do we see teams just being super aggressive on their T-side pistol round, just grouping up with 5, flashing over the top, and taking side control? And it's the fact that they just always abuse the fact that they know they have superior numbers whichever site they go to, right? In this case, they know it's going to be a 5v2 over towards B, and they get the job done quite easily. But I think maybe the CTs should start to adapt by actually just stacking.
And yeah, it did. Double digits for ECSTATIC. They're now just 6 away from taking this one 2-0 and getting themselves through to that quarterfinal. And once again, besting Eternal Fire. Fasher up close toward the half wall. Will he check the corner? He doesn't. Okay. That is a bit... Fasher's been so thorough in this game. And recently, that's a very disappointing overlook from him there to get destroyed by that Zeus. But it's still comical, and it gives Imor a free AK. And that's 2,700 for an investment of 200. So always worth it.
Damn, those are the kind of returns I want to see on my crypto, man. Right now, Eternal Fire, could they maybe make something happen? There's a crossfire. What? These pistols are staying alive. It's actually really troublesome. The AK's got a kill as well. Look at how low Manx is. Bird from Sky, he's still towards middle right now. Like, Manx just has to stay alive, and he'll die as well. Bird from Sky, he's going to get spotted by Xfloud. No, he's got the bomb as well. I wonder if he makes a play to try and kill one before he commits to B. I think that's a good call, because it just makes his job a bit easier when it comes to the post plant. And there we go.
With no Kevlar to be seen. Imor with 3 on the round so far, with that Zeus kill as well.
Very interestingly poised with no armor on either of the players, no util, no kits. That's why they're charging forward right now. Xantar is on the angle. Oh, he just sprays him down. Headshot machine gets the kill. No issue at all.
You're not going to see that every day.
Imor, that's it. Beautifully done. He's going to commit to the second fight, but Bird from Sky finds the trade. This guy with the Mac 10 is insane.
I'd say 2 kills to make this one comfortable for Eternal Fire on a retake. He'll peek for the first, and that's really, really nice, especially as the flash cam comes in. It's a wallbang flash kill, and that always looks very nice on the kill feed. Now Xantares' rotation is here, so that is the kill that basically sealed it. Thanks for trying to plant the bomb. Xbox can't find it though. It does do some damage, but only a bit of chip. Down to 97. Now ECSTATIC can play the after plant. But from Sky holding the off angle towards top of Banana. He's only on 11 HP, so he has to make that call. But he won't be getting anyone coming toward that position. It's a full retake from CT. Manx has to do the heavy lifting here.
Yeah, smoke starting to come in towards the top of Banana to block the players off means Max has to stay ahead of the smoke. Himself and Wolfie have the crossfire set up. Wolfie tries to fade away into even more passive position, but xFlower just crouches straight in. There's a molly into the bomb. There's no smoke to extinguish that trap. That could be enough to finish it off. xFlower still just sticking it. The molly hasn't connected. It's gone too deep, but the shots still come through from Bird from Sky just in time, and they won't get the defuse. ECSTATIC have done it. How on earth have they won that round?
Oh my god. But, yeah. As you say, it's a long drawn-out 5v5 this time, and with 30 seconds to go, they are grouping up toward Banana, but there are 2 players toward A to sell a fake. A really important opening flick from Woxic. As you say, he has been pretty quiet so far, but that could be a kill and a half from Dafu. It's now all Xantares on the A side. They're going to rotate the bomb back toward A, where there's only 16 seconds on the clock. Xantares needs this kill, and Manx should be able to get it as well, but no! It's a hard clear from Manx, and the critical kill goes his way. Bomb will be planted. What a late call that is from ECSTATIC. A late lurk, a late flank, a late rotation. And it's completely bamboozled Eternal Fire. Yeah.
He just waits for his teammates to come through. Manx killing Xantares without losing anybody was also a big one. 14-8. There is rifles in play for Eternal Fire and Orb as well, but their time on this world is starting to dwindle, and this world that is known as Funspark is, their road stops here. Yeah. Unless they can try and turn this around, but it's just looking too good right now for the T side.
Again, the flash into a Banana to get in more to try and get an entry. This is something they've done so often to such success, and like it's just a game right where it's just not working out for them. We know that Imor is a god in doing this sort of stuff up toward Banana, but unfortunately it hasn't really worked out for him on this map. It's all down to xFlower to defend. He does drop the bomb, and that's critical. The Molotov will separate these players, so it will allow a rotation to come in. It will allow xFlower to fall back toward the back of the bomb site as well. A really nice dink toward Manx, but it's only a dink. Thankfully, Xantares is still here, but he can only get the 1. 2v3. If Calix shoots through this smoke, he should be able to catch Fasha, but he'll plant safe in the corner. There we go. He catches the leg. It sees the foot, and wallbangs him down with a headshot. 2v2. Bomb not yet planted. Dafu will take Calix down, though, toward Ruins. Now it's all Woxic. What can he do? He has to be the hero in this round. There is a defuse kit on the side. He doesn't necessarily need to rush, but he will get taken down immediately from Dafu, holding that smoke as his teammate plants. Yeah.
Since then, in the second half, though, ECSTATIC have just been a different beast altogether. They now have 7 opportunities to close this game out here on Inferno, in regulation, and book themselves a spot in the playoffs.
Above that smoke. But of course, Xantares won't be seeing anything for now, as they are going to be interested in B.
Oh, Emor, he could be in trouble. Yeah, they've actually bypassed his scope. Initially, xFlower has to do a big job. Does get lined it up, and there we go. Emor gets in on the act as well. Great little exchange. Great play off of one another there to ensure that they do shut their stats down and they start to make their way into the bomb site. They'll still start to come through here. Dafu could change for the other AK, and he does. And ECSTATIC, could they find a plant? I mean, surely there's no way they win this round. And in fact, Wolfie didn't even pick up the bomb as he crossed. Gonna get double peeked here and overwhelmed.
Yeah, really important double peek there. Good teamwork there from Eternal Fire, keeping themselves alive. Xantares with 2, Imor with 2 of his own on the AWP. Revitalised a little bit, being on the AWP, but he needs this opening pick. He can't fall back through that Molotov as of yet either as well. Needs the flick. Oh, it's beautiful. He's so quick on that AWP. Once again, Fasha's in the cubby. I'm not sure if Imor's aware that Fasha's in the cubby already, because the utility is about to rain in. Good counter Molotov, though. xFlower had saved that, and it might work out for him. Imor's going to possibly go through the smoke, though, and that's a really nice pick toward Fasha. That takes him down, and xFlower is still here. Only 7 and 21 for him so far, but he's doing great time wasting right now, and a really important frag toward Max too. It drops the bomb with 20 seconds to go. He will get sprayed down, in fact finished off by Wolfie, actually, through the edge of that smoke. So they have a 2 versus 4. The bomb will go down this time, but Woxic has taken Wolfie out the round, so it's all down to Dafu. Gets the first, looking for another one, but Woxic will rip his head off, and we go on further.
Just going to be the stock standard B exec, but it might be a variety actually in terms of the smokes they opt to throw.
Oh, this is a really nice front sight smoke actually. It means they can actually take CT if they want to. There's a little gap for Imor to work with, but they've managed to make their way through, and now this is a big problem. xFlower boosted up here is okay, but Imor needs to frag, and he can only get the 1. xFlower has to fall off, and he's falling off into the Molotov. That forces him away, and that is a different strat for ECSTATIC. Even though it's still B, taking CT instead is a genius call with that front sight smoke, especially with xFlower boosted where he was. That's an absolute avoidance of that position. And now it's all down to Woxic and Calyx to keep this game alive. They know where most of these players are, I believe. I think they know that Ruins has been taken, and they know that the site's been taken, and they know that Banana will be taken. But will they have any chance of clearing this out in time? They only have 2 flashes. Both guy has the angle with the AWP of his own. Takes him down. And now it's all Woxic. 1 versus 4 to keep Eternal Fire in Funspark Ulti for one more round. And I don't think it's going to work out for him. There's no chance. He has to kill 4 players in, what, 10 seconds? The time's gone. The game is going to be over, and ECSTATIC are going to be making their way through to the next round. Woxic will save his KD. He'll get blown up. ECSTATIC are your victors, and it will be in 2-0 fashion as well. Incredibly impressive from them. Once again, doing the 2-0 repeat.